Hey there, baseball fans, and welcome into the Catch at Las Vegas Ballpark. I'm your host, Matt Neverett, with a special double homestand recap edition here of the Catch. The Aviators hosted 12 games over a 13-day stretch. First, visiting El Paso Chihuahuas came to Las Vegas, and then the first trip for Tacoma, with the Aviators taking 4 out of 6 games against the last. It's one of 2 double homestands here, so buckle up, plenty of Aviators action to recap. The Aviators became Reyes de Plata, the Silver Kings, for the first game of the series against El Paso, with the Chihuahuas transforming to the Margaritas. Dermis Garcia got the scoring started for the home side and his first 2 home runs of the year in his first 2 at-bats in a game that featured 5 total long balls. The Reyes de Plata clubbed 18 hits when all was said and done in Game 1, but the premier moment of the night defensively was from slugging first baseman Eric Thames in the Hyundai play of the night. After Vimael Machin plated 2 runs in the 8th to tie the game at 7, Parker Markel shut down the Margaritas in the top of the 9th inning. After Nate Mondu singled for the second time to lead off the bottom of the 9th, Luis Barrera stepped to the plate with 1 out and Mondu on first.
Mondu at first, the pitch. High drive into deep right center. Way back. This ball game is history. Las Vegas wins it 9-7 on a walk-off home run by Luis Barrera.
On Bark at the Park night, sponsored by Subaru of Las Vegas, rehabbing Major League pitcher James Kaprielian got the start on the hill for the Aviators, and Vimael Machin kicked off the game offensively with his first home run of the year in the Hyundai play of the game, a solo shot in the very first inning. In a matchup that eventually featured 12 Aviators hits, Vimael Machin and Buddy Reed tallied 3 apiece, with Reed scoring each time he reached base. But the story of this game was the major offensive output in the 7th inning, the highest output of any total inning for the Aviators this year. When all was said and done, the Aviators' half of the 7th featured 9 runs scored, 7 walks issued, 3 passed balls, 15 total base runners, and 3 El Paso pitchers firing a total of 81 pitches before the final out was recorded. Brian Howard closed the game with 4 1/3 innings tossed and earned the win by allowing a single run on 2 hits and 3 strikeouts, including a punch-out of Padres' number 3 prospect Luis Campusano to close out a 12-5 win. After dropping a pair of games on Thursday and Friday against the Chihuahuas, the Aviators returned home in front of a near-sellout crowd on Saturday. Just over 8,100 people saw a defensive battle that finished 5-2, but also featured the first rehab start for Ramon Laureano in an Aviators uniform. The game featured 1 total run of offense between both sides through the first 6 innings, with Vimael Machin scoring Luis Barrera from second after a double in the 6th, and the visiting El Paso Chihuahuas scoring their only offense of the game on a 2-run home run by Brett Sullivan in the top of the 9th inning. It was a 4-run 8th that put the Aviators on top for good, including an RBI pinch hit double by Vince Fernandez as Colin Wiles got the win, and the Aviators earned their 3rd victory of the series. After dropping the first game of the 6-game set against the Tacoma Rainiers, who came to town for the first time this year, Bark in the Park night, brought to you by Subaru of Las Vegas, featured the Aviators on the board first in the 2nd inning, with additional offense to come in the 5th after allowing 3 Tacoma runs in the 4th frame. Nate Mondu started the 4-run 5th with his first double of the year and was followed by rehabbing Major Leaguer Kevin Smith, who singled and stole second following Mondu. With Smith on second, Las Vegas catcher Shea Langoliers clubbed his team-leading 6th home run of the year to regain the lead for the home side in the Hyundai play of the game. Vimael Machin and J.J. Schwartz each recorded their 2nd hits of the game in the 8th, adding the eventual game-winning run, while a total of 7 Aviators bullpen arms, including Grant Holmes, Austin Pruitt, Jorge Ruiz, Parker Markel, Gabe Klobosits, and Aaron Brown, capped off the 10th win of the young season, featuring the first save of 2022 for left-hander Sam Selman. On Friday the 29th, the Aviators were looking for their 11th win of the year to go back to 500, and the fans were looking for our free Bluetooth speaker giveaway, with the first 2,000 fans given a free Bluetooth speaker presented by Office Furniture USA. The Aviators were on the board first with a bombastic bottom of the second inning, plating 4 runs on 4 hits while 10 batters came to the plate, but it was 4 Tacoma home runs that kept the game close. Brian O'Keefe, Zach Green, Sam Haggerty, and Marcus Wilson all left the yard for the visiting Rainiers, and the Aviators, after giving up a run in the top of the 9th inning, entered into the bottom of the frame, trailing 6-5. Vimael Machin walked to lead off the inning, setting up Shea Langoliers with a runner on base as their game's winning run.
Breaking ball, driving to deep left field. Wall goes back. He's at the track, and this one is gone! Shea Langoliers gives the Las Vegas Aviators a walk-off win at 7-6 with a 2-run home run to left, and the Aviators are going bananas. Holy Toledo!
Saturday night featured one of the most anticipated promotional evenings of the year for any team, as Star Wars Night came to Las Vegas Ballpark for the only time in the 2022 season. It featured a ton of offense for the home side and a great start on the mound for Jared Koenig, who finished 1 out away from a quality start after allowing 2 runs in 5 2/3 innings to earn his first victory of the year on the hill. But offensively leading the charge, it was Shea Langoliers, clubbing his 8th and 9th home runs of the year, numbers 4 and 5 over a 6-game stretch, and the Aviators matched him offensively, with Luis Barrera knocking his 3rd home run of the year. Remember, Barrera hit 4 home runs all of last year, and rehabbing major leaguer Ramon Laureano, who recorded just 1 hit in the win, but reached base 4 total times and scored 4 total runs, with a combo of 4 Aviators bullpen arms, keeping the Tacoma Rainiers off the board nearly perfect all the way through, with Gabe Klobuchar, Aaron Brown, Chester Pimentel, and Jorge Ruiz excellent out of the bullpen. And in the series and homestand finale against the Tacoma Rainiers, May Day on Sunday was kind to the Las Vegas Aviators. Game didn't feature a ton of total offense, but the Aviators were able to scratch and claw their way back. After Nate Mondu doubled home a pair of runs in the bottom of the second inning on his 3rd double of both the series and the season, the Aviators watched the Rainiers score 4 runs on 5 hits over 8 batters in the top half of the 3rd inning, including a 2 RBI single for Zach Green and a follow-up RBI base hit from Ben Ramirez. The Aviators would tack on a run in the 6th inning on an RBI single for Christian Lopes, one of the third baseman's 2 total hits on the day, before Marcus Wilson clubbed a home run in the top half of the 8th inning to keep the score close, with the Aviators plating 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th, including a Vimael Machin 2-run double and a Shea Langoliers RBI single, his 2nd hit of the game. Both Langoliers and Lopes finished with 2 hits each, as the Aviators were able to cap off their first series victory against Tacoma, taking 4 of the 6 games, including the final 3, to push their record to 13-11 through the first 4 series of the year. After the Aviators return home from a 6-game soiree against the Sacramento River Cats in the AAA edition of the Bay Bridge Series, the Aviators will take on the Salt Lake Bees, beginning a 6-game series on Tuesday, May 10th. The first game every Tuesday, featuring Copa de la Diversión and Minor League Baseball's Hispanic Heritage Initiative. The Aviators will transform into Los Reyes de Plata. They'll take on the Abejas de Salt Lake in our Tuesday series premiere. Wednesday, featuring Bark in the Park, presented by our friends at Subaru of Las Vegas. And as always on Thursday, $2 beers. Be sure to check out aviatorslv.com and our social media platforms for exactly which beers will be $2 from 6 p.m. before gates open until 8 p.m. when the game is currently going on. Friday night features a pair of fun promotional items. It's our 2nd post-game fireworks extravaganza. Also, you don't want to miss Tyler's amazing balancing act, feats of acrobatics, and then some on Friday night at the ballpark. Saturday features a t-shirt giveaway before the final game of this series, a 12:05 matinee start time, and one of our final day games of the 2022 season in the final game of 6 against Salt Lake. One of the best parts about filming the Catch at Las Vegas Ballpark is being able to show off so many different areas of our beautiful facility here at Las Vegas Ballpark. Today, we're coming to you from Suite 12 on our suite level. Our suites are always available for rent, whether it's during a game, whether it's for a party or a private function. Be sure to contact a sales rep or visit aviatorslv.com to check out the different packages and pricing for our beautiful suites here at Las Vegas Ballpark. Behind me, you'll see the Aviators celebrating the 2019 Pacific Coast League Southern Division Championship. Really cool decorations and settings in each of our individual suites. That's been our second edition of The Catch here at Las Vegas Ballpark, our double homestand edition. I'm your host, Matt Neverett. Be sure to follow the Aviators on social media at AviatorsLV. Give me a follow while you're at it at Matt Neverett. This has been The Catch at Las Vegas Ballpark. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, let's go Aviators.